2005 to date, we're all doing anything. I've done something. Trust me. I'll be re-elected. With all doing anything, Liberian people gave me a mandate. And with me from 2005 to date, we're all doing anything. I've done something. Trust me. I'll be re-elected. With all doing anything, Liberian people gave me a mandate. And with me from 2005 to date. I'm proud and excited to watch my son, Team Weah, play in the World Cup. Go team! Proud and excited to watch my son, Team Weah, play in the World Cup. Go team! Proud and excited to watch my son.
All right, welcome to OK TV. My name is Fasu Donzo. I'm here in Golakone district, to be precise, area they call Tantan. I'm here with some religious worker that having some issue on hand to speak. Sir, welcome to OK TV.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Aloysius Botokone, trainee from Tan Center, Honor Legacy.
I saw you guys gather here this morning. Tell me, what are you here for?
Thank you very much. Our being here is to agitate for our payment, our setting fee. Yes. And that of our 25% payment.
Sure. When you say you are agitating for your setting fee and payment, have you not received your money yet?
We have not received a dime. We have not received a dime. That's why I fronted us. As I speak to you, the facilitator, they call Benita Koti, and we got the director, Bena. We have seized their phone, so that they can see reason to pay our setting fees. Even the material now, they are under house arrest. As I speak to you, we like to go, and all of their belongings right now.
Welcome to Spoon TV Live.
Thank you very much.
Tell us your name.
My name is Mohamed Bashir Soli.
Okay. Mohamed, tell us, why are you guys here this morning?
We are being champion like religious. Religious are doing everything to omit our name for the process.
Okay.
Religious said the criteria that qualify you was to apply, which we did, we all. After applying, the next thing was we sat for the attitude test, and we were qualified, and then they trained us. After training us, and we understood that the legislatures has extended the time, only waiting to see how best we can complete our training. To our greater base, yesterday, legislators came up with a listing, which they omitted every one of us names. We have about 256 persons that sat for this training.
Okay.
And every one of us was omitted for it.
For Montserrat County?
No, for our center.
Oh, for the center.
Church.
Okay. All right. So, what was the requirement, after the training? Was there any criteria like maybe after the training you take tests, and those who will pass the test, they are the ones who will be considered or shortlisted to be enumerated? Was there any requirement or criteria like that?
The only requirement was there to train supervisor. Right? If you go into the manual, it will tell you directly what all required, and we all went through the processes, and we completed the process, and only to know that they went and took their own people's name and placed it there. One person that did that is the Deputy Director General for Administration, Mr. Lawrence, who's here. George. Because he came here, he insulted our parents. He insulted our parents publicly, and we decided to react to that issue because we wanted to be civil and honor goals, our training, and be part of history making.
So some of the names that you guys are seeing on the final listing, are those names that participated with you guys during the training?
Especially our center.
Let me just make something clear, Bama. Let me just come in. Thank you very much for the school family. We are being civil because we respect the rules of law. If we are not civil this morning, there will be no car flying in the street this morning. because what Raymond Smith, the acting director general, alleges and his official date to the Liberian people, the young people, it is very much disheartening, and we are saying this for the president. We're not even talking about any minister, for the president to intervene. From now to 2 o'clock, if they can address the issue, for birthday, we take a specified action that would make Moreover to go ungovernable. Let me tell you what went on. When Legends came out with a whole sensor thing, they said that we should take an aptitude test, which of course everybody here sat for the test. And at our center, there were 198 persons that passed the test. They put their name on the board, but because of their own delinquency, their own mismanagement alleges, the center at SKD and one sentence file, they never administered tests there. They told the people to join us here. When a group key they joined us, our number went to 256. The 256, they had two centers, Center 1 and Center 2. We went through the training, or intensive 5 days training, that we sat for in the morning from 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock without getting on water. We went through the test, and the facilitator told us that right after the test, right after the training, we're going to get our workshop fee, our setting fee. FN by the acting director general going, okay, FN, telling the Liberian people that they apportion $5 a day for each numerator for setting fee, and right after the test, they were going to pay that money. Up to now, we have not received a dime. These people you are seeing us, they are from far out. While they did, the first name they brought up, if you apply to take a test in Johnsonville, they will put your need to 175 or 5 birthday. Tell me, my brother, paying your way from Johnsonville to come here for good 7 days without feeding you. We went through that stress, we took the test, and the only thing we were waiting for them to train the supervisor today. Waiting for censor now for the numerator to start their work on the 7th of November. To our utmost surprise, we have evidence. There are people in the face there. There was a girl that confronted me just that morning. I told her, I said, but we came for training here. I never saw you around here. Everybody that came for the training, I'm familiar with them. What you do here? She said, oh, Women Smith told me I should come to first birthday. Because the women need will come up. So it's a calculated thing.
Have you people been able to engage with the Legislative Authority, the Women Smith that you're talking about? Have you engaged with him? And what has he said?
We don't have chat with any Women Smith. Those that we have dealing with is the facilitator. Up to this morning, they have not appeared to the center. And we are waiting here. I'm telling you.
So, please, can I come in, please? What information were you given before you came here this morning? Were you called to come here this morning?
The information we got was on the first, we're going to do a competency test.
Okay.
To refresh you before the process starts. But when we came here, in fact, from day before yesterday, when we start looking on Legend website, ask everybody here, 256. You can't find one person that is leaking from the center. How could that be possible? How could that be possible? Legend issue also. If you're not legend, if you're not Contrad about legend, you will not have a problem. Everybody here have the problem.
Okay, please, there is a supervisor for this particular center here. I know. Have you been able to speak to the supervisor? If you have, what is he telling you?
As we speak, we can't get hold of him. And from my understanding, the supervisor, they are also on strike because they promised to pay them the facilitator. They have not paid them up to now. So it's not our business. They are legend staff, but we that were contracted by legend. If you want for us to work with you again, it's an agreement. If we will break the contract, pay our setting fee.
So you said contract. Did you sign contract with legend?
I signed the contract today.
But you said then you did not sign it.
The manual tell you, if you read through the manual, once you have the manual and go through the if you sign it, that means you are being selected by legend to work. At the far, Women Smith and argue this.
So at this point, what are you guys really looking forward to?
As I said, we are sober. We respect the rule of law. But when you push the man to the wall, you will bounce back. We get legends. We get legends. William Smith and his staff. We give them from 9 to 2 o'clock. If they can't come here, if they can't send anybody here to address our issue, we take specified action. And no action will lead to citizens being embarrassed or move on the road. Very clear about it.
I just want to say something short. In so doing, even though my congress has said it all, but then we'll tell them that legends will not conduct any test or any training or any sensor around or any test they want to conduct at the local center. We are going to barricade the center and any other center around
You are just wrong.
any other center around it, there will be no going on here or no test.
We must never leave.
If they want to see you burning a check.
I'm going to burn the shit.
I'm putting it on the rack.
Tell like this.
You see that? You tell me no more sedition again.
Let me tell you. Tell it live.
No more sedition. We tell you. No more sedition.
But you have to move.
No more sedition, yeah. No more sedition in the country. Hey, come for the land.
The last time I went big.
No more sedition.
We not told you and kill a land.
Hey, come with the children.
You
talk for CDC. When people talking in the corner, sir. When talking in the corner, sir.
They want to kill them with it. They want. Yeah. To tell them, say, I can't draw. Kill them with them. That's what's up. Me, I got more than 400 men. We'll kill them to the people that work here, they don't say working.
So keep it there.
Over there, where they want data.
Keep it there.
Waiting for that. Waiting for that. Yeah. Waiting for that. Waiting for that.
But development come with pins, though.
Development come with pins. No.
But
I develop it.
Why expect to carry the cars?
We are business.
But you call it unos for that car. You call it unos for that car. So how you manage now? How you do it? How you manage the car? Where you going? Where you not doing? Why you go?
Yeah, we'll get on the street. In the now go. What boss? People are saying say they want to do that. They don't say they want all to go to school. We'll go there. Waiting for that to city. I'm waiting for that. Yeah. I know.
They don't stay around.
Seriously, attire now, yeah. Yeah. Seriously, attire. Yeah. Attire now. We are seriously.
But are you a reason? Are you a reason?
Anyway.
What about resign? We never slap and resign. We never slap or the coffee and resign. We ain't partying and resign. We drink party and resign. I'm a resign for now.
Okay, you resign
with honor?
Yeah.
You resign with honor?
Send a resignation letter in.
To who?
To the party.
To Koji.
Ain't fair inform.
To Koji.
We don't want to force that. We don't say nothing. We don't ready no letter today.
It's my evidence. It's the powder.
We need to point it. We need to point it.
They want. They got that. Now the power there. Inside go out. Fill up phone down there. They want to get the power there. They want. They got anyone. They make the phone. Get to there. Yeah.
Well, the exercise going on all over. Inside. But they do the thing all over. Why are best?
They can't put a guacha market for complaining. He can go out there in the night. Coaching winner.
Wait, put it somewhere. Put it there, let us see it. Carry water.
Understand me?
By the way, Bobby, what if you can't put it where they...
Oh, you panic though, yeah?
Hey, this guy is no more solution. Put it here. Put a gas on it. Put it on it.
Before you're born,
Put it on it.
Put it all right, man. Move it.
Hey, you know what you do?
Hey, do stand here.
Can I put the Bible with that? Put the Bible with that.
But where do you want to make out? Try on it here.
Those guys want to sit where we sit. So they are coming, some of them are coming through radio now, television, and acting. But I don't blame them. I blame, some of our slave masters we have in here who paying them. So if you paying them, you paying money to Spoon TV, I'm calling you slave master. You are there giving them money to undermine this government. They are not helping this government. Gentlemen in the studio, ladies and gentlemen out there, I want you to listen and listen rationally. During the war, if somebody like former General Bodnik and Milton Bly can call, but there are other people who can tell you that during the war, I was here cleaning carcasses from the roads, feeding people. So I have been holding this ground a very long time before these angels of death
Mr. Taylor, did you ever deal in diamonds with the RUF in return for arms?
Never. There is not one human who believes in the truth can say that I, Charles Ganke Taylor, dealt with the RUF or anyone in the RUF taking diamonds for arms or taking diamonds for anything. None.
I'll ask you very directly, Mr. Taylor. Based on the evidence called by the prosecution, and I'm speaking louder because I'm told that my voice was very faint, were you regularly receiving mayonnaise jars full of diamonds from the RUF?
Never. Ever did I receive, whether it is mayonnaise or coffee or whatever jar, never receive any diamonds from the RUF. It's a lie. It's a diabolical lie. Never.
Welcome to the TV. And the vote that coming, the next vote, I have to be careful. Especially me, I will vote trying for people. What guy?
Mr. Taylor, did you ever deal in diamonds with the RUF in return for arms?
Never. There is not one human who believes in the truth can say that I, Charles Ganke Taylor, dealt with the RUF or anyone in the RUF taking diamonds for arms or taking diamonds for anything. None.
I'll ask you very directly, Mr. Taylor. Based on the evidence called by the prosecution, and I'm speaking louder because I'm told that my voice was very faint, were you regularly receiving mayonnaise jars full of diamonds from the RUF?
Never, ever did I receive, whether it is mayonnaise or coffee or whatever jar, never receive any diamonds from the RUF. It's a lie. It's a diabolical lie. Never.
So here comes the President of the Republic of Liberia. He's about to speak to the press here at the VIP terminal of the Rabat International Airport.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Welcome back home. My name is Vafli Kamara. I work for ELBC, where you had series of international engagements, and I want to take you back to COP26 in Glasgow. There you made a very sound position, saying that countries like Liberia in Africa that contribute little or nothing at all to climate change are the ones who feel the brunt, and that they are to benefit.
What was it like? What was the last thing you people ever talked about before or demise?
The very first thing there is that the last time I talked to my wife was on the scene Thursday, the 1st of October. I called my wife 1 minute after 8 to check on the children, and she said they were okay. And she told me,
people live in different places.
Yes, because of the distance, you know, I live all the way. We built our house all the way behind Motor Corner. So the distance there, you know, she's the only person now sustaining the family.
Wow.
So with the new promotion as a manager for tax services, so she have to be punctual on the job. So there was an agreement that my wife would spend the time in West Point over the weekend. But Friday, she take the case
back to you
to Broadville, spend the weekend.
You live in Broadville?
Yeah, I live in Broadville.
Okay.
So usually I call my wife in the morning to find out how she coming on. So she told me she was doing good, the children were doing good. Friday, 1 minute after 8. Then she told me that, oh, I'm getting ready now to go to work. But there was an arrangement between my wife and her dad that the dad was to use her Jeep by 11 a.m. on Thursday. On Thursday, the 1st of October. So my wife left the house by Sunday at 8:30 to go to work. So the dad started calling, but they see 11 p.m. the arrangement between my wife and her dad.
On the Thursday?
On the Thursday to use the Jeep to go to Magibi. They called our phone earnestly, there was no response. And you know, whenever my wife, when she's in a meeting, when you call, she either on the low tone, she will say, okay, I will call you back, or she sent a text message. So that was strange to the family. So I received a call from my sister-in-law by 7 p.m. She said, oh, but we have been calling your wife since this morning. There have been no response. So immediately, I chatted a motorbike from all the way inside Motor Corner at the same time, dialing the number. I got to West Point. By 9, chatted or tested, we went to Central. We went to the charge of quarter.
Why did you go to Central?
Because it was that strange. From in the morning, my wife went to work and we've been calling her 2 phones. They have been ringing. There have been no response. So we went to the police station, reported the case to the charge of quarter. They took us to the traffic division to find out whether there were any accident. That they are talking about 9 p.m. now. Whether there were any accident. They did all of their checks and things. They said there was no accident. So the police advised that we check the hospitals. We proceeded to JFK. We went to the emergency ward. They checked the log. There were no gifty aspirant. They put took us to the wards to check. We checked all that. We could not find. Then we went to Catholic. We went to almost all of the hospital. So we decided coming home because normally we have our prayer, our morning division, devotion and night division. So we decided praying as family. But 2 a.m. in the morning, my sister-in-law.
Friday morning, that is.
Yes, Friday morning. By 2 a.m. in the morning, my sister-in-law by the name of Christina Asma died the number on a private. Her phone now died my wife Lone Star number on a private. A gentleman answered the phone. He said hello, but he did not cut the phone off. And you know, understanding this. So my sister-in-law was monitoring. Then you could hear the guy knocking a door. Then you could hear them saying, who's that? Then he said, that means Supreme.
Who is the Supreme now? The guy who answered the phone.
The guy who answered the phone said that's means Supreme. You understanding it? So you could see they open the door, then you see the guy waiting. My sister, we were still monitoring the phone. You could hear, you know, some noise in the background saying, let's do it this way, let's do it this way. Later the guy noticed that the phone was on. The guy cut the phone, he switched the phone off. So we started praying. So by 3, they dial her second number. The second number, the person answer. So when we dial the number, the guy said, so we asked the guy, well, can we talk to the person? He said, no, the person is okay. You will see your sister in the car in the morning. Then the guy will switch the phone. But when I call, the guy will not answer because my wife phone is still there, my husband. The guy will not answer. But Timbers, if I text my wife's second number to you, and when you dial the number after 30 minutes, you know, second, when you switch your phone on, a message can come and tell you that the call is on.
Yeah.
So if I text my wife's second number to you when you call, the guy will tell you the same thing. You will find her in the morning in the car. The guy will switch your phone off. So after that, only in the morning, so I decided about 4 a.m., I like just say 3:30, I chatted another taxi to go check around. Because the way the guy was talking, she's in the car. So we decided going around Moreover, the Broad Street, opposite Cathedral where the body was discovered. We passed all there.
And the car wasn't there?
No car was there. It was just, no car was there. We went all over, you thinking about Lakpasi, the Zoom, all over, we want to go search. So, you know, Mose Carter happened to be a friend of mine.
Okay.
Okay, so I called Mose Carter to explain the situation to him, and he told me, he said, oh, Lama, you just continue to check. One day in the morning by 6, I received a call. Moses said, oh, I just got information from the Liberian National Police that they informed.
Moses Carter now?
Yeah.
He called you?
Yeah, he called me. He said, oh, Lama, the police just informed me there's a Jeep on Broad Street, and a female body is in the Jeep. Timas, I was that confused. It was good that I was not the one driving. The driver we got. Before we got there, the Commissioner General LRA were there. Simose were there on the scene. Then the police denied us of seeing my wife body. The father and all pleaded with the Liberia National Police. They denied us of seeing my wife's body. They drove the body, they carried the body to GFK. The two cars, my wife's car, along with Mr. Peter's car. They carried the body to GFK. We got to GFK. They also denied us of seeing my wife's body. From there, they took the body, they carried the body to Simose. But the only thing we signed a caveat that Simose, because GFK were complaining that when they keep the body there, the system, the lack of electricity, so the body, you know, will decompose. So we all agree with the LRA group, they took the body that they should just preserve the body. There should be no embalming until an autopsy can be conducted. Okay. The next day on Saturday, they call us to Central. We did all of our statement. All what I explaining to you, all is captured in our statement to Central. We did all of the statement. Then, on Monday, they called me, they said they wanted the driver number, all of this stuff. I went to Central. When I went to Central, the police informed me they want to search my wife's car, the two vehicles. Mr. Peter found
where the bodies were?
No, yeah, because the body, well, they put the body, those who killed the murder of my wife and Mr. Peter, placed the body in Mr. Peter's car.
And where was your wife's car by then?
The two cars were on Broad Street in line. And you understand?
One after another.
Yes. And you understand it? So when we got to Central, the issue they're talking about, wanted to know the driver, to provide other information as who were the driver, the identification, the telephone number, all of this stuff. The police informed me we should go to search the vehicle. Mr. Peter's family were not in the know. So, luckily for me, I had Mrs. Peter's number. I dialed Mrs. Peter's number, and I told her, I said, Mrs. Peter, are you aware that the police are about to search your car? She said, Lama, tell them nobody touch my husband's car until I can get somebody there. She sent somebody in the police key. They opened the car, they searched my wife's car, all of our belongings and things. What was in the car, they took down notes. I even provided money for them to even photocopy, to give me copy to the police. Then we went to Mr. Peter's car. In Mr. Peter's car now, when they opened Mr. Peter's car, what the body was, my wife's shoes were in Mr. Peter's car. The shoes that were in are from West Point. I served a commissioner in West Point before becoming a development superintendent. I know that when you go on the beach, when you take somebody on the beach or somebody go on the beach and do something on the beach, you know that. So I raised the issue of the police. I said, but officer, why is Sam doing on my wife's shoe? You know the justification the policeman gave me?
No.
When we took the body to JFK, it was that difficult to remove the body in the car. Those who came to remove the body in the car, They the one was stepping on the shoe on the seat. I said, oh man, the entire JFK fan, a concrete pavement. So where's sand coming from?
So sand was on all your wife's shoes?
Sand was all on the shoes.
I mean, ordinary sand or beach sand?
I said beach sand. I'm from West Point. I know beach sand. I know ordinary sand. And the entire JFK, you go to JFK, you said no JFK, a concrete pavement.
Yeah.
So where's sand coming from? People who cannot take bottle from on car, from in the car, I mean. Where's sand coming from to be all on my wet shoes, soak, the sand soak on the shoe. Then the officer telling me that the people who cannot take the bottle from there.
Mr. Lama, before you continue, I mean, let's understand one thing about this session of the car.
Yeah.
The bodies were in Mr. Peter's car.
Yes.
The police entered the car, drove the car from Broad Street.
Okay, let me just come into that. The very first thing, I'm an old security personnel. The police, first of all, if you listen to the police director, he said admitted that the crime scene was contaminated because they drove the car. So as a 3 officer, the very first thing was to bring a tow truck to take the 2 cars. But they drove the car the body were in, along with my wife car, they drove it to carry it. So that alone, they just admitted that the issue of the crime scene.
So my concern here is that how would they drive the car from the scene to GFK and then come back to city inspecting the car when they had already entered the car?
Fine. I think that question they need to answer. The police need to answer that question. You see, this is why the family will continue to say we don't trust the process. We met the Justice Minister on Friday. You understand it? And Mrs. Peter, we were there. We told the Justice Minister that Mr. Minister, as family, we do understand. Let me just say something here. The outcome of this investigation as it relates to the so-called atrocity that they are performing, we know that because all of our interaction with the police, they have one preconceived notion that the people there's just my wife or extramarital affair. And let me just say here clear for the record. I know my wife good. I can put my life on the line for my wife. And let me just say, the individual Mr. Peter also I can put my life on the line. Mr. Peter is like a father to my wife and I. These are people with high integrity. I think you saw on the U.S. government website. Yeah. The very first opportunity my woman had to go to America, she was student in St. Mary's. The 4 students went, 3 escaped in 2014, and my wife came back. The records is there at the U.S. Embassy. When you go there, they always call my wife as a motivational speaker. Timas, we are telling you, somebody who graduated with 3.77 in economics, who does the economic department at Stella Maris. She was recommended by the administration of Stella Maris. And Frida Thomas saw the girl grade. We're talking about somebody who's scoring A in econometry. And even in her Christian life, she's a deaconess in the Church of Pentecost. At the same time, she's an auditor of Church of Pentecost with the Republic of Liberia. So the issue, this is a girl who born in West Point. Even the American embassy, when they noticed that she was born in West Point, they didn't believe. Because you know the many questions people have been asking, can any good thing come from West Point?
Come from West Point. We all from West Point.
We all from West Point. We became development superintendent from West Point. Then this girl, with high integrity, trying to erase that negative notion people have from West Point, they murder her like that in Kobe.
Let's move forward because this information that a lot of people know. Today is the day of the autopsy. I think the president of Liberia also is invited.
Supposed to be there.
People are invited.
Council.
What is your reaction to that? They want to conduct a transparent autopsy, and with your presence.
But the very first thing that we continue to say as family, the process will not be transparent.
Why?
One, the issue there is clear. The pathologists that you are talking about, these are people who are paid by government. They work for government. You listen to the information minister. I don't know what are the information. There's like the I don't know. The information minister is like he told something stronger than what he took. Your first interview you granted on BBC. You see the people were not auditors, they were professional. The very first do the information, does it understand the working of LRA? Who was Mr. Peter? Assistant Commissioner for Audit. My wife, before even becoming, she was research analyst assistant at LRA. He knows the working. My wife, he knows the working of LRA. To just come, what do you say about the IAA? What do you say about the other auditor who died on the SKD Boulevard? Then an information. So with all of these statements, you listen to information.
Let me invite my friend and brother, Francis Donor. Francis, how you doing?
I'm managing myself, and my God is managing me according to James Goode Fromo. We are transitioning from summer to winter, so I'm sorry for the poor quality of my voice, but for the most part, life is good, and we are grateful to our Creator. Hopefully, we can have another fascinating and motivating conversation tonight.
You know, as for me, my life have been good. I have been good. So let's dive into the issues. If you don't mind, what have been on your mind when it comes to the latest politics with the linglings and wranglings of our country? What is actually on your mind?
I don't want us to deviate from the topic. I thought we do that on Fridays,
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah, we do that on Friday, but you know, for some reason, you know, but let's go into the topic. Read the topic for
I got
audience.
so many things on my mind. Maybe we'll talk behind the scene. Probably we need to change the flavor.
Okay.
Looking at the news and the newsmakers themselves. But just permit me, or I mean, my suggestion, because we already crafted it and we got it running. So tonight's topic is President Weah request for travel extension from the legislature for more jolly on his private jet in the air. What is your take? That's the topic tonight. Basically, AB, you know, like I said the other time, Mr. Weah is an occupant of the executive mansion. And the reason for that is simple. This is a man who has worked for straight 5 years and has gained no experience on the job. Zero experience.
What made you to say that?
AB, the Constitution, I have copy here. The Constitution here, 1986. Number 1, the Constitution clearly spells out when the president is leaving the country, before leaving the country, the legislature, the first branch of our government, should be informed. The president leave the country, he's 8 days away. The media grab it. We don't know the whereabouts of the president officially. Before the president sits somewhere in a hotel and asks the people to send one letter to that group. But again, the hair is rotting. What you expect the rest of the body?
The rest
everything
of the...
rotting. Okay, so that's one. Number 2, this is a president in the midst of crisis, head of state, the CRC Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, and the President of the Republic of Liberia. Okay? Political trinity, 3 in 1. In the midst of crisis, AB and our audience, in the midst of crisis, multiplicity of crisis all over the place. Civil servants have not taken pay for over 3 months, number 1. Number 2, the final arbiter of justice, the judiciary, including the Supreme Court, have not taken pay for over 3 months, to a point where the issue now arrest to make available the living body of the finance minister, Samuel D. Tuat. Population and housing census all over the world is very, very important, but it is even more important for insignificant country like Liberia, where, and I don't regret it though, even though I'm a Liberian, because it is not a country, it is not the ordinary people, it is these greedy and indigenous loot that we put in power that made the country insignificant consistently. Our entire budget, AB, back of it, majority portion of our development agenda come from foreign governments and friendly organizations around the world. How many NGOs do you find in America? Besides Salvation Army, for the most part, maybe those bigger churches, Lutheran Social Services. How many NGOs do you find in America? All other countries are better. How many NGOs? Yeah. You got University of Liberia teachers have not taken pay as well. Sure. You got LEC problem. This censor here is constitutionally mandated. It is constitutionally mandated that every 10 years we should have a censor to give an outlook of our new development agenda, our planning, our mapping of the country, where can we tap in, what are our priorities as a country, as a people. Then the president stay outside in Qatar, in Morocco, and other part of the world in the air, and issue proclamation to declare November 7 or November 11 as censor day when he said we're not available to be counted. That's one. Number two, how can we be having this kind of tension in our country all over the place? People are dying. Police officers are found dead in our community. Unresolved investigation of illegal death. Primary responsibility of any government, for the most part, or any president. These are just few. But the president is going to Qatar ahead of even the people that play in the World Cup, ahead of people that were invited and carry 1.5 million naira. Now the 1.5 is not enough. According to media speculation, Joshua has requested additional 1.5 million from the Minister of Finance because the previous letter he wrote was for him to go by after 7 weeks, but he extended that to 8 to 9 weeks now. So he has requested for additional 1.5 million.
So that will make it 30 million or 3 million.
Yeah, 3 million for this trip. Yeah. But all that money we're talking about ain't part of what they put in his pocket for accident. They just call it accidental accident. Just in case the president need to pinch to get to anybody.
The president said $2,000 a day.
That's what the Minister of Finance said. Accidental. They're not allowing, they're not DSP or whatever, they're not DSA. That one not part of it. Just the name accidental is accidental, for sure. Just get it on. Whether you use it, you not use it, okay. Maybe. Like I said the last time, this man, according to Joseph Boakai, Liberian people took man's job and gave it to a boy. A boy. A boy. George Weah, Africa best, Europe best, world best. His son reached to that level here, but he already playing when he World Cup, which is nice. I find Liberians all over the world cheering. Timothy Weah scored a goal. That's nice. He scored a goal for United States. But this is the irony though. He died as a football scientist. His God-given talent. He did not play in the World Cup. The opportunity he had, he was doing jolly. So we didn't go there. At the end of that game, the Chatterer wanted to kill him. He said LeBron calls him out, so he calls him out back. Good news. But what happened? Few years later, he and Chatterer went go into political marriage to win election. How can all these things happening in our country, but this is a worst case scenario? CDC have a secret convention and elected George Weah in his house.
Yeah.
They say everybody voted for George Weah. So George Weah is aware the people are voting for him. But the question I asked them, who contested against George Weah before the people voting for him? They elected Jefferson Koji, They
As a
Sabu you the
secretary-
big boss.
as a secretary
Secretary
general.
General.
Yeah.
And they are super happy. Very, very happy about that. But is it about seditions? Is it about the coalition? Or it's supposed to be about country? All the time they say just we love the country, love the country. Right now we're not seeing love for the country. Censor is a patriotic duty. Why the president not in the country? Why the president not in the country? He continue to be in the air. Technically, right now we don't know his whereabouts. But Abby, let me see whether I can read a letter for our audience. So that they can know what we're saying here. We ain't just making it up. Yeah, let me see this letter for you. If I can read it clearly. All right, Republic of Liberia, November 18, 2022. Okay. Honorable Abba T. Chie, President Pro Tempore, the Liberian Senate in session, Capital Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Mr. President Pro Tempore, my letter of November 1, 2022, that's a lie. They wrote it on the A, but they by detail that letter I told you about. 2022, to the Honorable Legislature, in which I inform your August budget of my travel out of Liberia from November 1, 2022 to November 23rd, 2022, hereby referred. It has now become necessary to extend my stay abroad due to other official engagements requiring, my travel to France, Monaco, and the United States of America as follows. Yeah. And the man passed to France, so you're going back to France? Abi, so the president, yeah, like that.
The Met is not in Qatar. The Met is in Qatar currently.
Yeah, as follows. The 5th editions of the Paris Peace Forum, which I attended in Paris, France, was extended from November 15, 2022 to November 18, 2022. But November 18 passed, okay? Thereby necessitating an adjustment in my attendance as a guest of honor of FIFA at the World Cup in Doha, Qatar from November 18, 2022 to November 30, 2022. Lebron people, yeah. Then I'm you. I just reading for you. Number 2, I have been invited to attend the 13th editions of the Peace and Sport International Forum in Monaco, France, as a special guest of honor from November 30, 2022 to December 3, 2022. Good job. Thereafter, I will travel to the United States of America, where I will hold meetings with various business and political leaders of that country from December 4, 2022 to December 12, 2022. Okay? As you are aware, I have been invited by Mr. Joseph R. Biden, President of the United States of America, to attend the United States Africa Leaders Summit scheduled to be held in Washington, D.C. from December 13, 2022 to December 15, 2022. Okay? I will return to Liberia on December 18, 2022, while I am still away from the country. The Minister of Justice and Attorney Generals of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Frank Musa Dean, Jr., will continue to chair the cabinet in consultation with the Vice President and the telephone consultation with me. All right. So let's bring people that sincerely, President Bakugbe Opon Mane Wia. Abi. Don't be surprised for this trip to hit to New Year, okay? They work on off in a year. So when Team We Are return to America, so we are got to celebrate. You know that, right? But there's another catch. You listen to Team We Are and his mom. You listen to that interview? Go back on YouTube, go catch it. These people are long since been irresponsible parents. Team We Are said He had always seen himself as a footballer, but his man was the first coach. Okay?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's why he said, and his dad had never been in his life.
Yeah, that is true.
It was just by the grace of God that he able to achieve his dream. And he's very proud of his mom. Mom to say, yeah, that's true, but my son too, I let him go for 14 years in Europe to pursue his own dream. But look, Abby, sometimes we just calm it down. Just let me borrow the word from Dillon, national accident. We had a national accident, and we need to reconstruct that accident. And the way to reconstruct that accident, that we made this man president, boy, we need to come out in our majority 2023 October 10 and remove him from power. Or else, this country will further degenerate into chaos.
That's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying.
And you know why? Majority of Liberians do not want to find themselves in that. Then are hearing some few Liberians handful that they have gave money to. You know, finance minister is on the propaganda stuff, writing letter, echo band, this and that, trying to give money to Liberians to protest against the American ambassador. Let me give them a small history. Y'all go by the Turbo. Y'all go on Amazon and buy Victoria White book, The White Hands. Okay? Y'all go buy that book and read it with comprehension. You know why? I was born in Lofa County and raised in Lofa County. Before 20, I moved to Monrovia, okay? Let me tell you something. I believe in American mentality. American government got on their money in God we trust. But there are certain things in the Bible, in the Quran, they don't go by that. American government don't forgive nobody. They do not forgive nobody.
You go against the law, they will handle you.
If you kill their ends, they will follow you. I don't care how long it takes, they will follow you. Some of you don't read, I'm sorry, but that's a fight. The foreign policy debate that existed between the Turbo-led government and America, and followed by that state dinner that led to the American ambassador to die, that necessitated the coup. Bawusoya, with Yotoba, Bawusoya. That's one. Two, you go back to Libya 1988. The local be bumping that Gaddafi carried on. Even in the midst where Gaddafi came up with harmonization and negotiated the victims' family contribution. And they pay, I think he paid over $1 billion at different time through his own children foundation. Today, you all know the way about Gaddafi. They use his own ambassador to United Nations to New York. You all know the rest of the story, right? You go back to Samuel Kanyandu's story when he said he will rally around Liberians to pay America debt. You all know the story. He has no grief. You ask Omen Taylor. You ask Omen Taylor. Okay? When the SOD followed Roosevelt Johnson, September 18, I was on Ken Johnson Law. I was right there. Yana boy sitting my leg chewing gum. Okay? When those folks took the beach and ran all the way to the embassy, SOD followed them. Demon forces, commonly called ATU, followed them. They opened fire at the U.S. Embassy gate. Joe Bukima said, insignificant control the Liberia. We opened fire at the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia. The consequences will be huge. You all know the way about Charles Taylor. Let them pay these holy games, these unpatriotic, hungry Liberian seditions. Let one ends get missing at the embassy in Liberia, American embassy in Liberia. That will be the beginning and the end of George Weah. Then I mean say, oh, I follow American politics. I read their books whenever I have time. These people don't forgive nobody. Now you're forgiving it in the Bible, you just keep it there. You must forget 700 times 700 in the Quran, you keep it right there. These people deal with their laws. You mess with them, they're going to mess with you. Everything the ambassador say in Liberia, it is what the government telling him to say. The Treasury Department came up with it. And that is a normal protocol all over the world. All over the world. You must pay your hooligans, let them stay, you know that they are constitutional right. But guess what? Even right here in America, freedom of speech, freedom of this, freedom of that, all that thing, the constitutional right. You can buy gun, but when you release one shot, you're going to be held accountable for it. So that's it. You're going to go protest. You're feeling forgetting about the mortar. American government, our tax dollars, build the election commission, that poor people over there, we pay them to elect. American people dollar right there. The law school, Universal Liberia, USAID. Majority of the development initiative, including health and education, sanitation, agriculture, everything you think about is United States tax dollar. You're going to protest against the ambassador? When George we are leaving the country with 3 million now altogether, you can't protest. Joe we are stay outside the country or they finish re-nominating him in his absence. You can't protest. CDC ruling party having secret convention. You can't protest. Finance minister say giving your president $2,000 every hour. You can't protest. People die. Auditors to bring all the report out. You can't protest. Joe we are buy a private jet in less than 3 months after he took over office. You can't protest. The airport now get light. You can't protest. You're sick, malnutrition, disease, and everything making you to die. You can't protest.
You're not
American
taking
ambassador are come to rescue you.
You're not taking pay on time.
Yeah, you're not taking pay for over 3 months. You can't protest. You can't even say shit. Okay? American ambassador that just doing his job, you're coming to protest against him. Jawia is in the air. Okay? In real time, we don't know his whereabouts because everything he told us was lie. And he was never invited, AB. This man was not invited. He just decided to come over there to Jolly with 52 government officials. And our tax dollar is the one that going for that. You know what? This is a charade. It's a charade, AB. There's no other way we can call this. This man has brought our country down to national and international embarrassment. And it is about time for us to govern us forces to do everything humanly possible to get him out of power. Because the very thing that got us to where we are, it is the very thing Joshua is carrying on. Corruption. It's nothing more than that. At all levels. Send it back to you if you go ahead.
Thank you, my friend and brother Francis. Thank you. But one thing that I want to say before I start, Josh Manawia, he is a fool. Josh Manawia is a fool who is not care about the citizen who elected him. Josh Manawia is not care. This brother is not care. This brother is not concerned about vast majorities of the people. This brother was elected. Josh Manawia was elected as senator. The mayor was like a bobo in the House of Senate. The University of Liberia was across the road. Not a single day, not a single time that Josh Manawia ever made statement whether to increase the university budget or not. The mayor did not raise any qualm on at the time that he was in the Senate. The Liberian people look and they said, if you know, but you not know, but we'll vote for you. They voted for him. Let me talk about that shit. They voted for him. They voted for him. But when it comes, the people voted for him because the people felt to themselves that George Manawia, that he has a lifestyle that most of them that have lived that lifestyle. That the man was born into a home. So the Liberian people gathered into their masses to the extent that the citizens used to print their white shirt. To the extent that the citizens used to print their shirts with their own hard-earned money. But today, where are those citizens who used to print their shirts? You saw it.
You saw it. So I am saying the matter should take over. That this is a time that let us go back to matter regime. Because when the matter take over power and dissolve the national legislature and dissolve the constitutions, suspend the constitution for good 3 years, then we'll know ourselves. We'll know ourselves. And grabbing and putting in jail, what kind of nonsense is that? That you come into power in less than 3 months, that you break down your homes. They said that that man was worth $85 million. But the $85 million at the time, that this man could not build a decent homes on his 9th Street mansions. That man could not build a decent home on 9th Street. That man was worth $85 million. That man was senator at the time when he was elected. This fool that the Liberia called their president, this fool could not drive. He could not. That man never had a car that could drive him to go to work to the House of Senate. It was Edwin Murphy Snow who assisted him. The mayor went to Qatar ahead of the Ghanaian national team. The mayor went to Qatar at the head of Brazil national team. The mayor went to Qatar at the head of the Poland national team. The mayor went to Qatar. What kind of nonsense is that? That he said that the FIFA invited. FIFA never invited you about shit. Josh Manawia will remain into that World Cup. He will remain there whether USA until USA can be out. Then Josh Manawia will come back home. And for us, we are the people who look for our own trouble. We look for our own trouble. We look for our own disease. What kind of president, since he was elected, have not addressed a nation? This man have not come to host a press conference to the executive mansions to say, okay, let me have a press briefing today. This fool never did that. The man never did it in 5 years. The man will not do it in 6 years. So for me, I cannot suggest that the matter should take over, that the matter cease power. Let the matter cease power, because the matter is there to defend our life and property. Josh Manawia does not defend our life. The man is not feeling us, the man is not giving us money. The man is refusing to pay civil servants who work for him. The man refusing to pay civil servants who are working for him and for the country. Then why is that? Down to their own security. The CAFL have not taken pay for 3 months. AFL have not taken pay for 3 months. Then here is it. I am suggesting that the AFL should march to EIBC and declare themselves as the constitution will be suspended for 3 years and the national legislature, it will be dissolved. It's dissolved. Now it's dissolved immediately. Then Josh Manawia, let you receive that signal, let you step into the country and see form. Comrades and friends, if Josh Manawia, an attempt to allow Josh Manawia to go into that elections, 2023, the guy will break that elections. This guy will break that election 2023. The whole issue about that census is for them to get the numbers to the southeast that does not exist.
is for them to come up with number from the Southeast that does not exist. Let's go to the phone line. You can keep your call coming out on 267-938-2801, or you can better call us on 215-824-8124, or you can call us on your WhatsApp number on 215-266-6509. Once more, the number is printed, the number is passing up here. The number is passing up here. The number is passing up here, so you can be able to call any of the two numbers. Back to you, Francis.
Yeah, Abby, things continue to pop up on my timeline, Facebook, YouTube, and you name it. Sometimes I feel so sorry for the ordinary people in Liberia.
I feel so sorry for them.
I feel so sorry for them because just by looking at my little children, and a few months ago I was in Liberia with the same age group. I said to myself, I'm not too sure we're going to succeed. Probably not our lifetime. I'm not too sure. But maybe this situation with George, we are this 21st century. Technology, social media technology, smartphone technology, at the tip of our fingers. If these indigenous vampires can still continue to do what they are doing, imagine they had gotten the opportunity in 2005.
Where was Liberia going to be?
Probably would have been like Somalia by now. Or maybe South Sudan, like I said the last time. Or maybe Ethiopia. Working and finish, they can just slow down and go back. Everybody, so let me not say everybody, good number of people that follow Josh Weir. I was watching, Shelton Volcano show. This a girl I call and say he's doing better here. He has his own committee. He employs African American and white people. Good job. But he's telling nobody in the race that it's better than George Weir in terms of the presidency. So he will do everything humanly possible, including money and resources, to make sure George Weir stay in power. So Shelton asked King, but why not you just move to Liberia? He said, no, he don't want their job. I said, no, you don't need a job. But just move there, send the place better. And George Weir is the best president. Yeah. But that is not the issue, AB. Team Weir school go for USA. I'm very proud of my country because I live here. I'm a permanent resident. Okay, that's fine. That's great. We cheer for America. So our president got up to 3 million that are based on what we know. The one we don't know it. Will that make the path to God for Myanmar? Let me use the Kakoroba kind of way. For Myanmar? Will that make the path to God for Mary? Will that take care of the situation that George Weir had created on the campuses of the University of Liberia?
The people went
tuition free and they can't pay.
Oh my
so God. Everything chakra, things fall apart. But this is a man though. Africa best, Europe best, world best. Geo Professional broke down before George Weir got into politics. We are Sports Center broke down before we are got into politics. We are they other player announced King Lodge. It broke down before we are got into politics. I went to Liberia 2018. That building on 9th Street, they broke it down to ground level. And they rebuilt it with mansion according to what people have said.
It is mansion, it's not.
But this is the thing though. George Weir was technical director for the Lone Star. I think by that time, Lone Star tried under Charles Taylor.
We almost go for the World Cup. We just needed a draw.
Charles Taylor government operated around 100 million annual budget because we have sanction, economic sanction, logs were not leaving, all those minerals were not leaving. So Chancellor was literally just managing. But every time Lone Star play a game, they will pay at least $5,500 per game and per individual player. Okay? So now this man here is a football scientist, like I said earlier. Under his watch, where is Lone Star? 0. Not only that Lone Star is 0, but there is no program. All the sport association you think about in Liberia, including the LFA, they got less than 1 million in the budget. Less than 1 million. There is no football program. There is no sport program. There's nothing. Under a football sport scientist. Okay? So how can they invite him as guest of honor? For European countries, probably they may is a, he's a French. Maybe. Okay? Not only that Lone Star is not doing nothing, but other judges we have watched.
Our SKD
Lone
was
Star could
banned.
not even play at home.
Oh, okay.
Games that they were to play home, African qualifying series or World Cup qualifying series, so they could not play at home because the football field not correct. Let me put it our own way. The football field not correct under the man. Okay? So, do you think that somebody spent 5 years on the job, they still have no experience? And the next 1 year, they're going to have experience when I listen to our, folks on Spoon Talk, that, oh, they need to turn around, he need to turn around. Joey ain't going to turn anything around.
Francis, here is the thing.
We get our first call, AB. Let me get people this call quickly. Let me pick the caller quickly.
Yeah.
Good evening, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, hello. This is Chilukia calling from Virginia.
All right, my brother. Lay on us. We on your mail.
Yeah, I wanted to rectify something. If you keep calling the EFL to take over how they call it thing, to take over the government.
My brother.
But if you have to understand our military. Since Chancellor got into power, Chancellor dismantled our military. The people sat there, they dismantled the military, the AFL was dismantled. That witchcraft who got in like Rockland Mother City, she dismantled our military. If it's not because of America, baby, our military will not, I'll be like a military. So you have to understand that right now the men are not even at the full capacity of manpower to be able to take over government. They don't even have sophisticated weapons. So, and then you have to also understand that we have the Zebra unit, you have the Sabo unit, and you have some secret some other units he have, and he well armed these people. So every weapon I was saying to Liberia, the government of Liberia Port, they give it to the forces, they didn't give it to the EFL. So the EFL was to say they want to take over the government, they will be met with real force in Monrovia. So nothing they can do unless the United States give them the green light and support them militarily and put some manpower on the EFL. That's the only way they will be able to take we are out. The United States knows that. So unless the United States help, that's the only way. But for EFL to say they take over the government right now, it's not doing those times where they take over the government because they have full capacity and they have enough manpower and firepower to bring down anything. So it's not going to happen. I used to think the same way, but then when I started looking at the EFL, how they started building the military up. When I said, "You were 12 years in power," she didn't care about the military. She did not.
Because you were not using it, you were using USAID folks. Yeah, Secret Service. You were using the Secret Service.
Yeah, she was using the Secret Service, and then she was also using her secret agent, which is we are the she was using to keep people in Monrovia. Yeah. So you have to understand there is nothing EFL can do unless the United States equip EFL. The EFL at the capacity of manpower, they can take over the government. But for right now, EFL trying to beat this grace. The only EFL that are doing well is the ones they in Mali that went on peace mission. So according to the EFL, you will be wasting your time. EFL cannot do anything. They need to get paid, they will get eat. If America not get a salary, how will they do anything? They are not the full capacity. And if you have more manpower, the Liberia people, they are so stupid. Sorry to say. They will say that but in Liberia, they will see what going on wrong. They will not talk. When Mother said he was in power, she was dismantling our military. She didn't care about the military. And the Liberia people sat there, they didn't say nothing. All of them were happy that the rice price was down. Things were looking good. But they were not looking at the other side, what the diaspora Liberia were looking at. They don't look at that side. Liberia people are so stupid. They just a better go when you focus out here, they will eat it and forget about the other side. That's what happened in Liberia. The same thing Chancellor did to them. They didn't learn from Chancellor. But Chancellor King, he dismantled our whole military. He pushed them out of the PGC barrack into the bush. And the Liberia people sat there and they said, oh, yeah, now those soldiers. They were forgetting to know that they were AFL, they were the international soldiers that were guiding the country, that were fighting on behalf of the Liberia people. They were not thinking about our thing. Oh, that's those soldiers, they're so wicked. Now you saw what happened now, what happened to the military. The military is weak. They are calling Kukuturo military. In fact, AFL now, they're supposed to be looting their country. They can't start killing surveillance. I will support them killing surveillance and they go kill the government people because the government people get more power than them. So that statement of AFL taking, just forget it, it will never happen. And the only thing I would say the AFL can do right now is to ask the United States to arm them. So when 2023 comes and Joseph Walker win the election, and we are trying to steal the election, and the AFL can move on. And if by that time there will be a manpower, you will have the capability to move against the president to move him from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate it.
Before you go,
Yeah.
what do you
Well,
mean?
yeah.
Before
Oh,
you
you
go, okay. Keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Keep your call coming out or better hold your peace. You know, I wonder what the sedition is taking us for. They say they are more democratic than United Party. They are saying that they are more democratic than the ANC. They are saying that they are more democratic than a Tewan Gongora Party. But the CDC had a convention, a secret convention without the standard bearer.
But they already elected a standard bearer in absent.
They had so the one question I asked, I said, so Jefferson Tamakoji is not the youth wing chair now. So who is the new youth wing chair? That question
You'll get to know later.
Yeah. Keep your call coming out or better hold your peace on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. You can also call on your WhatsApp number on 215-266-6109. Our number is passing up here. So you can be able to call that number and you'll be part of the show so we can be able to hear you as well. You know, for me, I said that I don't think I would rather go to Liberia just now. That is my view.
That's good for you. That's good for you.
Yeah. I don't think that I will go to Liberia just now. I don't think so. But if I would even plan to go to Liberia, then my security have to be a show.
But AB, just so you know, are you reading the comments? There are a lot of opposition here tonight.
Yeah, I don't get time for that.
There are a lot of opposition, but the good news is they got people there too that are rebuking. So they are just like, I rather enjoying it.
And that's the reason why I am putting here the statement, any positive statement, that's the statement that will pin on our show. If you don't like it, well, go up in your own talk show. But keep your call coming out on 215. Whether you are sedition or you are stupidicians, call here. Call here.
Make your point.
Call here, you make your point, then let us know.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened to our brother Frank Gibson. It been a while, a little bit. Saying he called to pray for Josué Natana Magay, and
This may abandon our country. This may abandon our country because of his son playing for USA national team in the World Cup. Are you?
Then Lee Eugene Nambo call it smart travel. You call it smart travel. That man would have been. You said that one can make me laugh.
Let me take
this man where with Charles set up, NPFL, NPP. From there, CDC briefly, according to himself, helped Jawia to go to school. From there, he crossed over to Unity Party. From Unity Party, he back to CDC. They can't see that one on.
Cora,
that Joseph Bakai one they can see.
Cora, what is the name and where are you calling out from?
Maybe I'm calling from Matadi. I'll be waiting for you to come have your classroom.
What?
Students, Adam. My man, I'm calling from Matadi.
How can you be calling from Matadi when you're normal registered US number?
When you used to be teaching night school and you're a night student and you know that name?
You really need to listen to that man. Like,
I called him from Matadi. The class was empty today.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
but
go ahead.
I sit in and read to Mr. King door, so I just waiting for you to the back door.
No, I'm not coming.
I mean, your man Dixon went to bed soon, so I'm the only person outside. So if you know the only person outside, then you know who calling you.
Okay, all right. But what is your view about what we're discussing?
I just wanted to respond to something with the guy who talked about the AFL. You see, AB, this is Mr. Cummings.
I know.
The guy talked about the armed forces of Liberia. The error with the armed forces of Liberia, if you go back to read the accord, when we were around, we said to Madam Salif, what you people need to do, those who reach retirement ages in the country, former AFL soldier, honorably retire them. The guys who haven't reached retirement ages yet, what they needed to do was to maintain them, retrain them, rehabilitate them. Then you bring in some new guys in. But our men, some then train soldiers and other people play, you know how we call it Didi Bar. The mango their way. We came to what we call the 550. People got 550, yet and still they were not certified. You let some people who were trained prior to the 90 war, prior to the EDI 90, that didn't reach retirement ages yet. You set the whole group of them down. You grab young boys. The vetting process, whether the vetting process went well. The guys you see in the country now, AB, what you are calling for, or what you said earlier on, that they should take over, between you and myself, when Ria Pako to open in that place there, people will put uniform down and they will run away. So the best thing we all can do, take the protest to the legislators. They are the most wicked people in the country. The legislators. Because, look, AB, even from the SS, you are in the country, you're not a stranger. 99% of the guys who went into the SS were people who just came from high school and college. Some of them were recruited through the influence of the former religious advisor to Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They maintain few trained guys there. Then talking about the AFL. The people who have seen real action in the AFL are the group that went to Mali. So the AFL can't do anything. Because when serious noise open over there, ECOWAS, before ECOWAS get in, which of course we can't pray for, and we wish not to happen. I think it is because of prayers. That's why you see that country is stable the way it is today. Prayers. Because AB, you know, I know, there are ruthless people who are trained killers. They still passing around. Those guys hold you. If you go back, you remember that these people, they hold the Nigerian soldiers and the Ghanaian soldiers. They couldn't cross Benson Street. They couldn't cross Capital Bypass. The airville. When they had a standoff between them and the peacekeepers. So, my brother, all we can do is to hold the legislators' feet to the fire. Because, President, we have got money. The legislators were not absentee. They knew all the things that are unfolding in the country. When you hear a lawmaker from that country speak, for some of us who've been around for the longest, anytime you hear a lawmaker speak, see as to whether they will do a follow on a particular story more than 3 or 4 times. See, they come up only to gain public sentiment, and then the story died or the situation died. The only person who are being consistent, he's on a way or responding to things, or so his language maybe may not be some of the things that some of us will condone on radio, because we understand the ethics.
It's
Yeke Koluba. But for me, if I was still in Monrovia, any one of my reporters bring that tape, the tape will not be air. The representative get there, he can come meet me. We'll handle it. Then I will tell him why it's not good for radio. But the legislators, we should hold their feet now. They should be the one we should be holding. By this time, with what the president is doing now, by this time, the legislators must go to their constituents or their constituency, or they must form a quorum to impeach the president. But you see, they're not saying nothing. As soon as they get the money, they sit down, they shut up, they won't say anything. If these legislators were ably representing the people, maybe when Gifty Lama and others died, the legislators must understand that these people were part of their constituent or their constituency. What was their role? What was their role? I see Senator Dillon jumping in his car now with the 3 missing boys thing. Look, that charade, that political charade, sentiment. The people ain't got no spine. Those people are not courageous. So while we after President, I'm saying this to you, AB, because you on the radio. Some time back, I told Hassan, Fatiga. I said, Fatiga, you're behind George William. You know the people you need to go after now that will bring embarrassment to this country will be the lawmakers. It's almost like the days of Ellis Tyler, where people were paying attention to Madam Sally. We're not paying attention to Ellis Tyler then when B-Ball 1, B-Ball 2, and B-Get number 1 were flying through the window.
I'm telling you.
So sometimes, you guys who on the radio now, who are so active, you watch the game, how these guys are playing the games with us. I doubt it as to whether we are even prepared for the upcoming election.
I'm telling you.
So if the people mean business, what they would do is they will stage a protest at the Capitol building and tell the lawmakers, you people are getting huge sum of salary. We pay your constitutional provision. You guys are representing us. So because you people are representing us, you people are answerable to us. What is unfolding? Are we prepared for election? Are we prepared? All these things that are unfolding. The president out of the country. Videos coming from Qatar. He's celebrating his son. How many mothers in the country, sons went to bed last night drinking hot cup of tea with good milk inside? How many mothers will wake up tomorrow morning with their baby having good breast milk? Because the people living in abject poverty.
Okay. Thank you, Bro Cummings.
Yes, sir, man. God bless you, man. AB, take care.
Okay. Francis, you get caller there?
No caller right now.
Yeah, you can keep your call coming at 215 824-8124 or 267-938-2801. I mean, what Mr. Cummings said, you know Cummings, right?
I know Cummings. I follow him most of the time. I know him. He's a very good, authentic voice when it comes to media. But again, I differ with him. I differ with him, though.
Okay.
I'm not saying the lawmakers don't have power.
Let's take another caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
This is Iman. I'm calling from Kentucky. How you guys doing, man?
Yeah, we're doing good. Go ahead, bro, Iman.
Brothers. My man, a lot going on in Liberia.
A lot.
A lot going on in Liberia. And these so-called educated people in the country and these so-called security people in the country, those are the ones that are looking at that they don't even know their function. Seriously. We allow one man that going here and there and using the country money.
I'm telling you.
We sitting down. At this time, nobody make noise here. I will show you a video of a president. This guy, Babo, from Cameroon. He went to celebrate his 40th.
Cora, I'm coming to you. Hold on, I'm coming to you.
Okay.
We lost our. Let me take our caller on the line because Frank Gibson came on. So I was wanted to.
It was good. I talk about him. That's good, Frank. But man, come on, man, come on. We need to hear your voice from France.
Yeah, Cora, sorry for that. Go ahead.
Yes, my brother. I went off, man. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Babo, the man went to France to celebrate his 40th power region stuff. The people of Cameroon, they ran behind, they killed one of his security and law. Liberia is the only African country I see people just sitting down waiting for Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ not going to use anybody. Seriously, how long have people been praying? What the religious people, they're not doing nothing. What the justice or peace people, they're not doing nothing. The country just like that. Everybody doing their own thing.
Thank
you. But they're afraid of war. You seeing it?
Thank you.
The AFL, were talking about the AFL. Everybody said everything right. The AFL right now, as soon as you get one shot, so picking in that AFL. I have my friend in the AFL too. He just went there because he wanted to go to school. Just because of school opportunity, that's all. They're not the AFL. You have 1,000 AFL right now in the country. 1,000 men. Those people were how they call it. They were patriots. They were going to at this time they were going to take care of the country and the citizen. But they're not patriots because they're listening to their boss that's sending message from out of the country because he was Jawia. You seeing it? That's how the people running our country. The House party, the other men in the party, nothing. And they know that the power in them. You see that?
Thank you.
My brother, you thank you for the show, man. You keep spreading the message.
Okay. Okora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yeah, my name is Jebo Nelson. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Jebo, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been following the show and I've been listening to previous callers. The last caller, I just listened to him and he said some things. I heard him saying, we have a man who just traveling all over the place, spending the country resources. I'm not sure what really he mean by that.
Oh, you don't know what it meant, right?
We cannot have a president who is traveling, doing his performing national duty, and you say he's not sitting in one place. He's using the country money.
Excuse me. When you say that you have a president who are performing national duty, so the president sort of leave the country before he read the national legislature.
Why you take your news from the letter was written before the president leave the country? What do you mean?
No, the first letter was written when the president left.
So when the second letter was written?
The second letter was written when he extended the time while he is in Qatar.
But bro, she try to politicize everything.
No, that's it. That's it.
Let's forget about the hate we have on George Weah, okay? But President Weah is one of our presidents we will forever remember when he leave power. I promise you.
Okay. Thank you.
President Weah received a letter to travel in the diaspora, okay? Official letter from FIFA. He did not go there on his own. And besides that, let's forget about the letter. But I believe he have kids, right? We all have kids. So forget about he being president. Forget about he being president we are. Okay? We all have kids and want to see our kids progress. Okay. So it's not because he's president today. So you
must put your kids in front of the country.
What do you mean put the kids in front of the country? He did not he received a letter from FIFA.
That's what the man did.
No, he did not do so.
The man received a letter from FIFA, but he went there. He was in the country before the Ghanaian national team could arrive. The people what was invited, there was not a single letter that was issued from FIFA to President
So can I ask you a question?
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
To ask a question, Avi. Leave it to ask a question.
So if you are president, we are and your son is playing in the World Cup. You're not going to go and see your son playing, right?
I will go there. But I will not go there.
So what's the big deal? So because he's president?
No.
So you're not supposed to go anywhere? That's what you're trying to say?
No.
You're trying to politicize. He's going to watch his son playing.
Can I ask this guy?
If you're trying to put anybody who try to politicize that, now will tell you don't have blood running in your vein.
Okay.
Because seriously.
My co-host want to ask you. Just listen.
Okay.
Yeah, what the brother name again?
Just go ahead.
Yeah, caller. Okay, so you're talking about Team Weah, right? Or Timothy Weah. When the World Cup was played, when the World Cup started, let me do it that way. When the World Cup started, since we're talking about song.
You're standing too low.
Yeah, he asking when the World Cup started.
The World Cup just started.
When
the president
started. That's the question the brother asked.
When the World Cup started.
If he answer that, then we'll come in again with another one. Then we move. Then we keep it moving.
When the World Cup started, that's the brother question.
But what's that question?
Okay,
What do you mean when the World Cup started?
Because you're talking about President, we are going to cheer for his son. That's the reason I'm asking that question. And cheering for his son is about the World Cup playing for America. Right?
Okay.
Am I right?
Okay. The brother want to answer us, so we'll take another call.
Because they don't want to be fair. They want to carry this.
What is your name and where are you calling from?
This narrative that those of us that are critiquing the government, we hate George Weah. George Weah to hate us.
What is your name
because
and
we're
where are you
critiquing the
calling
government
from?
and George Weah said we are enemy of the state. Then you can't even tell me when the World Cup started.
What is your name and where are you calling from? Cora? Keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Cora, what is your name and where are you calling from? Hello, Sam.
Yo, Abby, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Go ahead.
The guy that just left the line, he lied. President Weah did not receive any official letter from FIFA. Go on the Qatari website. All the head of states that received letter from FIFA, they took picture with the emirate and they got their picture on the Qatari website. You know, Liberian people, President Weah became president for the red generation. It's a shame that some of the people that sit here that enjoy facility and privileges that their father and grandfather did not work for can sit and look at their brothers and sisters in Africa and they just talk all kinds of stuff. These were some of the same reasons why we spoke against the past administration for misappropriation of funds. Your own constitution states that no leader should travel more than 7 days After 7 days, he's fully responsible, or she, for themselves. So the man is breaching the Constitution. That's good. If Joe Biden do that in America, will you not complain? But you see, until we Liberians can realize that leadership is not about feelings, it's not about relationship, it is about the right person carrying out their duty according to the way it should be done, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. We're not going anywhere. I want to see the next administration that will come to office and the people that support President we are today. God forbid, and we hope that the next administration should not do it. But let them make mistake. Let me see how sedition will react. Sedition are the most shameless people, my brother. They are the most shameless people, my brother. Sedition, the brave, like us about them. All the noise they make, they wear how criminal or Zoe Bush. When I tell you, CDC is a court, AB, that thing I joking. And they had their convention 2 in the morning. Why they couldn't have it in the day? Because they know exactly what they are doing is not right. How many sedition have you seen coming out to speak against what they just did? In their own party, AB. In their own party. If the people don't care about themselves, that the country they will care about, all CDC, all the we are shank, CKA we are dogs cares about. Like he himself called them we are shank, not me, which mean dogs, because the word shank in front of me dog. All they cares about is what makes we are happy. That's all they cares about. What we look at the man in Qatar when Team scored that goal. The man forgot about his security details, started jumping around.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
If that man looking like some God, that's why I say president, we have become president for the right generation.
Okay, thank you.
He became president for the right. Which country at the moment? Show me one person, some country at the moment you find their leader. The man went Ghana. The man got on the Ghanaian bus doing how you call it, advertisement for the Ghanaian government for tourism. President go to another country. Let me tell you, Abi, all we wanted was to get money back. We do not care about our country. It's a shame. It's an embarrassment that we does not even care about the name we are. Because what we is doing is very irresponsible. And he's doing this, it will affect the same way today. Nobody now want to hear any of the past administration leader name. And the same thing will happen to we are. When you are a leader, you leave a legacy that will reflect good on your children tomorrow. But President Weah is a disgrace. It's a shame that name. President Weah is an embarrassment for that position. Let's be honest to himself.
Thank you.
He is an embarrassment.
Thank you.
To be honest.
Okara, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling you from Belgium. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you are asking the guy. You say, "Oh yeah, where the workers started? The workers started on the 20th of this month." Yeah. Also, President Weah for having an invitation. They also he was in France.
No, he was not. No, President Weah was not invited by the Qatari. Because all the president,
I can tell you now the day he stepped in Qatar. So all the time, President, we were out, we were in France. So if people want to know, you are sitting what if you're playing for the American team, I think so time you will still be in Qatar. But you put that.
I will not put the Qatari. I will not put my nation. The nation will make me president. I will not put that nation. I will not put that nation.
You put just doing it because you hate the president. You put that on hate training America there. That's the reason you would never go forward. That's some of the things in there.
Who not going forward? I told you I'm not going forward. My life has improved. My life.
You know what? He can't child.
My life. No. You say that's the reason why. That's the reason you guys cannot. Oh yes. If America make me president, if any country make me president, if any country make me. You see. I will cut you off because you know, the sedition and they are mad. And for me, I am turned into their flesh. I am turned into their flesh. They are mad and they can go suck a leke. My friend and brother, your closing statement.
I told you the last time, AB, I'm going back to small history, okay? Folks that were born 1980, they are 42 years old today. You saw the religious folks, some of these people. I went to Liberia. Let me just divert a little bit. Some of my buddies from SUP, political science classes, they're all looking older than me now, suffering
because of
just walking alone, because of suffering. You see people in their 40, they're looking at the in their 50 or 60 already, suffering. You know, when these seditions and we are change, whatever you call it, we'll get one color here. Let's take them, please.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? You are our very last caller, so be snappy, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Lawrence Yanyene, and I'm calling from Waterloo, Iowa.
All right, my brother, lay on us.
Yeah, I don't know if President Weah was invited. Was he invited to go and watch his son or what?
That question is a good question, but I think the Weah and the sedition and stupidtions can answer that question better. Okay, because there is a letter right here.
Another thing I want to say again is, we are discussing an issue. I don't know why the brother just left the land house to insult. We're discussing serious things. I was very happy and proud when Timothy Weah scored a goal because he's a black man and his father from Liberia. But one thing we got to know is Timothy Weah is not a Liberian. He's an American. What benefit? I mean, we must talk something. What benefit like president to have for now to make we are go? What year we do? People in Liberia, what that? This is government and talk about job creation. Come on, job just to enumerate for legacy.
You can't even pay the people.
Seriously, God on. Tell Ali to be in power to get little job. They can't get paid. Civil government getting paid, and the whole problem goes on. When president leaving it, it's good that together we are not for him alone. It's for every one of us Liberians. The father his father from Liberia. It's not something that you will abandon your monitoring job, your presidential job to go sit down and say they will invite you there. The whole government cannot know about it. But people, why we can't be people about it? One thing I want is some guys that push people to really represent it. I think they got to put the best person. They will not support their country with your real business. They are not doing well for Liberians. People are crying and are dying innocently. They are gone. Those people God will beat them. Those people God will beat them tomorrow. This story will judge them. We are not doing anything good. It's not, there's no country that it will happen to. And I've come back to the legislators. People that come up out there, people that are kind of great there, they say they love Liberia. You love Liberia, you see how Liberia going? Well, thank you very much for the time. I cannot say
Yeah, Francis, we have one caller here. Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, my brother.
Yeah, let me say hello to you people. I just have some question from you people. Really, the Great America, when you work the whole year, the whole 12 months, I think the government have to give you the holiday and one more holiday. Sometimes you take that 20-day holiday. So you're like in America.
It's 2 weeks.
Okay, the 2 weeks.
2 weeks holiday. Yeah, you have to take that 2 weeks off. And the Constitution make it clear, the Constitutions of Liberia make it clear that you have to stay outside of the country for 7 days. Apart from anything more than 7 days, that the country will not be responsible for your stay. That means the padam that the Minister of Finance so to be giving you, that will cease.
So the president don't have any right on holiday.
You asking me?
Yeah.
Can I have that, brother? I don't know where he coming from with holiday. We all say he want to take holiday. Can you force him to take holiday? He already on holiday every day.
The president said that you don't want to take holiday, then you will force him to take holiday.
What? But Abio, Maybe
The president
let me
ever
just
tell
say
you
it
saying he
this
don't
way.
want to take the
This
holiday?
is a man that goes to work. This is a man that goes to work 1 o'clock and leave at 3.
My brother AB,
To
you know,
go watch Chelsea game.
sometimes I follow your show, but sometimes you people go so personal.
Yeah, we got
You
to
like
go
what?
personal.
Yeah, you like what there? Let me say this. Even your son, maybe you get a children, maybe someone there will be elevated to another level. Go playing for the American national team or playing for any country national team. I think you'll be happy because one of the things what make me for me to say this, even you go to Liberia now, most of the Zoko, they are former government official children. And most of them, you will only see them giving history. My mother was so and so, my father was so and so. Because why? That when our parents be a leader, they will never take life serious. They will never take education serious. So I think you will be the happy one where you see your child get that respect, and also he grow in the environment what something good come for all of him. I don't think so. He should be the one.
Indeed, I will be
your
happy.
child.
Indeed, I will be happy,
As a
but I will not put.
the president also get life
But the
today.
president denied,
The president also
abandoned
get
the
life
country.
today.
The president
He
abandoned the
don't
country.
abandon the country.
Okay.
The president don't abandon the country. The president
abandoned
working
the
for the
country.
Liberian people.
The
And
president
also
abandoned
he
the
have
country.
right. He have.
Sam, you are our last caller. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, Ebi.
Yeah,
you see,
you are our last
the
caller. Go
sedition,
ahead.
yeah, the sedition I want to use the Weah visit to his son as an excuse, they not get sense. They that are talking when their children playing football, do they leave work and their company pay them for the time they live for? Do they leave work? You see, this is why I say, Ebi, sedition, anything that pleases Weah, that what pleases them. Don't waste, you know why I did not waste my time arguing on Timothy Weah stuff? Timothy Weah, thank God for him as a young man, he has a talent and he's making use of it. It's a good thing. Even if he was not a Liberian, it's a good thing. It's not anything to bash on him for. I will bash on him for different things, but not for that. But sedition needs to understand when you are giving the job, it comes with responsibility and it comes with description. Okay? There's nothing in that job sale when your children. Let me tell you, you know how people take leadership job serious? Putin's daughter was how you call it gymnastic. You ever saw him on the stadium seeing his daughter performing? While sedition don't have common sense. Maybe let me tell you, they cannot dogs we got in the country. When they're crossing the road, they can stop and look left and look right before they cross. Sedition don't have that common sense. The game to we are play. How much cent or dollar going to Liberia? Or how much Liberia benefited or benefiting from? Estimated we are the only Liberian that playing on that national team. Estimated we are the only Liberian child that playing in our World Cup. What's about the little boy from Canada, Davis? What's about the other Liberian brother that on the US team? You see how sedition and selfish? The people are just divisive. Tell it, Josh, we are. The only thing they cares about is what pleases we are. Once you join CDC, you're in a court. All hail the king, that's it. No responsible leader will leave their country under crisis. What's happening now in Liberia? Maybe the whole government is collapsing. People not taking pay, no money. This time around, IMF refused to get them money. That's why you see the country has not taken pay. The country judges are not going to work. These brothers that are pressing George Weah, do you know what that means? The criminals will be celebrating because nobody to prosecute them any longer. And when criminals go on a rampage in our country, look at what happened in Buchanan, the police officer that was killed. He was killed by Zogos. He was killed by Zogos. Are you guys seeing what's happening behind there? Are you guys looking at it? Look at the legislature yesterday. They have to ask the sergeant in arm to bring a living body of Samuel Twe. When they see Samuel Twe 2 days ago, were ordered to be arrested by the how you call it the judges. Like sedition, the people that support we are, they don't love Liberia. To be honest with you, AB, they do not love Liberia. I don't even think they feel for their family that is in Liberia. You get sense of crisis. Up to now, it's almost 10 days finished. The post said only complete 5% of the census. 5%. 5%. They can't pay the people for 10 days. They're extending the time to 90 days. Can the government sustain that wasteful expenditure they're creating for themselves? Can they sustain that? You people are not looking at those things. Almost every ministry in the country is protesting, no pay. The government is gradually sinking. You're sitting here praising we are for going to go watch the son playing football. How much money going to go pay those civil servants? Those poor people that don't have money for their children to eat, for their children to go to school. How many of you, or how much cent or dollar leaving from the goal that Timothy Weah school? It's not a bad thing for Timothy Weah to school. President Weah had no cost going in Qatar. Absolutely. Even if he wanted to watch his son playing, my brother, that one day and make a U-turn and go back, that's fair enough. But you leave the country for 48 days, 7 weeks. Does it make sense to you? To tell you how the men don't even care about sedition, the sedition in Europe got together, they left from Belgium and other countries around France. They drove thousands of miles and went to France. Guess what? We are not seeing that they were in the embassy fighting. This is how much they do not care about the people that follow him. But bulk of them that just follow him and like him, they have lost their sense of direction. If you suppose we are, go back, sit in your closet, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself a question if you have lost some of your senses. Because the person you're supporting don't give a hint about you. Which political party will be having convention in Senate Bureau?
What are the Senate Bureau?
You know, you put a support we are. Sometimes, especially you put that live in the West. Sometimes when you speak, you West than the people that are in Liberia.
Sam, I had a convention 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Exactly. Look at the other goat Joe. You not get horse in Liberia. The thing I get in Liberia, you get on there. Some of you guys can just can't talk nonsense on Facebook. Some of you guys need to go and naked yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, naked yourself the way your man going and ask you if you still have your 5 senses to keep supporting someone that have abandoned their duty, their responsibility. Imagine imagine your father in the womb, abandon you with your man and go. How will you feel? Just put yourself in that shoes. Forget about presidency. Your father, you know he's working, he's earning, but he abandoned you in the home with your mother. You're eating dry rice. Your father is out there going from club to club. How will you feel as a child? This is how the poor and innocent Liberian children are feeling. That nonsense you're talking about, Timothy, we are scoring. The people are not thinking about it. That's not what the elected president we are for. If he knew he wanted to take a family responsibility serious, he should have stayed out of public service. He should have stayed out of it. He should have stayed out of it. Look at other leaders around the world, what they do. They take the job serious. But again, the people in the country are not serious. So we are treating them the way he feels like treating them. Yeah. The vice president have to be going from one place to another to give excuse about the censor. Up to now, only 5% has been completed, almost 10 days finished. Where will the money come from again? Okay. Yeah? Where will another $10 million come from? How much for Timothy Weah will contribute to the 10 million? Segu Galasco jumping on the field, let us say that LeBron Asco. This is how much these guys are not patriotic. How many Senegal you saw celebrating? The whole team, the France team, that Cameroon, that Senegal, how many Cameroonian or Senegalese you saw celebrating for France? But you guys have lost your sense of direction. And you see, the scene where we're talking today, and the scene where some of your nieces, your nephews in Liberia will be the victim. No one talking because they hate Weah. We are talking because we want Weah to take his responsibility that he signed up for serious. Let Joe Biden there. How many times you see Joe Biden travel? Yeah? Look at it. Let Joe Biden. You and he send a representative. Because these people have serious job to do. But you people said their effort there, Weah behave irresponsible in the position. But you're celebrating. Oh, they go to Mason School. It reflect on Liberia. It does not reflect on Liberia. Liberia just say, oh, that Liberia benefited from that goal. Liberia in the World Cup. Since Timothy we have been living, what the assets that Timothy we are going Liberia with the exception of the one his father stole. What Timothy we are not doing in Liberia? They got Ghanaian and Nigerian players going back. They're investing in their father's country. How much Timothy we are not carrying back to Liberia? You guys just bunch of limited people. On a serious note, You guys are just limited. You guys need to go back, sit down, look at yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself a question. Have I lost some of my sense of direction? Because you guys not sounding like normal human being. Thanks for the time, AB.
Thank you. That was a son. That was son. My brother, you can go ahead now with your closing.
We said we're closing, but then the people say must keep on because it's getting fiery.
I think the show is getting more interesting. I think more caller are started to call. But the fact of the matter is that just how Sam put it, that is a fact. That is a fact.
The other guy wanted to help, right? Let me tell you something. He said government gave her time. Government don't give nobody time in America. Okay? Government does not give anybody number of hours or days or weeks or months to stay away. But the good news is there is a law in America that governs every single sector. From the perspective of human resources, the number we work, the number of hours we work on most jobs in America determine our vacation time. Okay? PTO, sick time, and vacation. But when you go on vacation and you got time on your card, then you get paid. Okay? But if you go on vacation to go take care of your family, to go watch football game for your child or your son, whoever that person is, on our official duty, then you should be on your own. That is the fundamental reason I'm asking that guy when they walk outside, because they want to bring the Timothy Weah team in the team here. When Timothy Weah is a U.S. citizen and he played for U.S. team, the game was started on Sunday. Who told you? I don't know. I wanted to have a conversation with him too, so that he could defeat himself. Okay? Nobody's saying, yeah, we don't have prayer for Timothy Weah. You know what? He's a determined young guy. I don't think his parents did very well with him. But at least he knew what he wanted, and that's why he pushed forward. His mother admitted it. They left him for over 14 years. The people were passing over the place, burning by different women. You ain't want to hear that sedition? That's your business. We do not hate George Weah, but we hate his behavior, his ugly behavior in our governance space. And trust me, if George Weah were doing better, all the planet talking here will not be there. You just need to call and say, Papa, you need to slow down, do better. By the time you get back to like, bro, guess what George Weah going to do if you go? They may likely stay in America up to the new year. He goes back, he come up with one music. That's it. So this thing is not about Timothy Weah. You're taking Timothy Weah out of the game here. You're taking him out. This is not about child or children or family. We are discussing governance. Governance. How can George Weah violate the Constitution consistently and nobody do anything to him? And you ain't want all the talk. We will talk. And may you there, all of you that honor our life you tonight. You know what? We are having good discussion. That's why you're there. If we're not having good discussion, you will not be there. So you're making the number to go up. Okay? So great job. Very good job. Okay? You keep it going. This man is an embarrassment to our country and embarrassment to the world presidency. Okay? And you ain't want to hear that, you go and sleep. But let me do my commercial before I get out of here. You say you're having a caller or they're gone, right?
No, the caller gone. Go ahead with your commercial.
Okay, that's better. That's even better. Kangoma Multi Services Consulting, Immigration, and Financial Services. All right? We are helping our community member with affordable but quality immigration services. You want to file for your U.S. citizenship? You want to file for your husband, wife if you are married? Your adult children, minor children, brothers and sisters, and parents. You want to do fiancé visa, boyfriend and girlfriend visa, or adjustment or starter. You want to renew your green card, or maybe your green card lost, or it got damaged, mutilated. We can help you do that too. Affidavit support, preparation, submission to National Visa Center. We are immigrants now, so we already know what happened in the community, okay? You want to do life insurance, or you want to send invitation letter to somebody to come to the U.S. Oh, that's small talking there. We are also providing up to 15-minute free professional phone consultation on all of the services. Some of them I can't name them. If you want to get in contact with us, call our telephone number 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693, 701-330-4693. All right, that is that. Our website is www.kangomaconsulting.com, www.kangomaconsulting.com. All right, folks. So, this is my closing, right? The best way moving forward, all the suggestions under our voice tonight, you call your president and tell him to do better. You call your president. We never had any political party that had secret convention at 2 a.m. Liberian time. In his absence, everybody voted for him. That is the kind of democracy that George Weah and his cartel members, indigenous vampires, indigenous public looters, talk about when they say change for hope and hope for change. That is the hope right there. So what benefit are we getting for team we are scoring American goal? What benefit we getting as Liberians? Just we are staying out from November 1st, right now based on the letter he's saying, to December 22nd. What benefit we're going to get out of that, spending 3 million naira, according to media report? What benefit we're going to get from that trip? You're going to go to front back and forth? Okay? So my people, y'all keep your emotion out of this. Y'all keep your feelings out of this conversation. We are discussing public policies and policy on the part of George Weah. His governance style, it is ugly. Everybody that got killed in our country, it was government malicious, government surrogate that killed those people. Because if it were not government surrogate on the basis of our system, every single crime is committed against the state. George Weah government through the Ministry of Justice would have prosecuted those cases. They did not prosecute it. Okay, Gifty Lama, Ome Peter, or the Shama, you know, the few auditors, and you just name it. All I still remain unresolved investigation, excuse me. Okay? So all what we want people to do here, we want our country to be better. And you ain't want this conversation, you tell your papa, your muya guy, let it do better. Let it start spending our money. If he want to take vacation, let him take vacation. Let him take vacation. But he cannot be working as president at the same time going to sit down on the football field and people are jumping all over the place. We ain't going to get shit out of that. I would say just like that. I want to say thank you very much to everybody, including sedition, reaction, and stupidicians that follow us today and having a debate under our live feed. You'll make our number to go up very hard tonight, okay? You're taking plenty by the grace of God. We'll be here tomorrow again, all right? And you'll see us, you'll see us. We'll see you, we'll see you. That's it right there. We Americans, but the good news is we don't go under the car, we don't protest to get paid, okay? That's the difference. It'll be back to you.
Yeah, that's how we do it here on the Manelson Abraka Talk Show. That's how we'll go home. Don't be like stupidicians. Don't be like we are listening theory. Don't believe in that theory because that theory is full of flaws. We all hope for better Liberia because we have passion for our country. That is the reason why we sit here every time to give you 2 hours of ours. So that I will let you say goodbye for now. Bye-bye for now.